What in the world? What in the world, coaches? What's going on? It's your boy Big Low Country. Woo, man. All right. I apologize about the previous technical difficulties. I definitely apologize about that, family. Yeah, so we were talking about this Super Bowl and everything. And one moment here. All right, and it looks like young men of faith Jamal had asked me a question. He said, if the refs let the game be played fairly, I got the Chiefs winning 35-28. But if the refs got something to do with it and it come down to the last drive, then the Bucks might pull it off 24-21. So what's going on, Coach Albert? Coach Rode said you beat her to the punch, Coach. But yeah, man, yeah. So let me ask y'all this, man. And this is something I actually want to talk to y'all about with this Super Bowl. Do y'all think there's any legitimacy to this whole situation where people think that the referees cheat for Tom Brady? Like, is that actually the case? Like, do y'all think that it's one of those cases where the Chiefs have the benefit? I'm sorry, not the Chiefs, but Tampa Bay. They have the benefit from referees looking out for Tom Brady. I mean, because look, Coach Ronald, she always tell me to put my heart in it. I just say take your heart out of it so you can make rational decisions. But yeah, man, is it one of those cases where Tampa Bay they benefit because Tom Brady, is in cahoots with the referees? Is that one of those? I mean, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if it's one of those things where NFL says that y'all need to make sure that y'all take care of Tom Brady in situations like that, or if it's one of those actual cases where Tom Brady's just that good. I mean, we all know that he's gotten bailed out many times by the referees. Tuck rule. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. They changed the whole. They changed the whole way that people sack quarterbacks for Tom Brady. Coach Albert said the refs always help Tom Brady. I mean, you might be right, Bo. You might have a point. I don't know. I don't know if it's just I feel like football is just like life. Sometimes people are just fortunate. Some people are just fortunate. Some people are not. There's a guy in my hometown. He won the lottery twice. He won one time for $1 million, and he went back and scratched again about 2 years later, won for $500,000. Like, some people are just lucky. Like, some people are just fortunate. So, I mean, is that just the case with Tom Brady? Is he just fortunate? The reason that they won that Super Bowl and we lost is it just one of those situations where whenever they beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl, was he just fortunate that Ricardo Allen? No, it was Robert Alford. He didn't move his foot in the right time. So, I mean, is that just one of those cases, man? Or is it just one of those cases where Tom Brady's just that guy? That's what we got to ask ourselves at the end of the day. Coach Ray Reyes, what's going on, Coach? Now make sure y'all welcome Coach Ray Reyes to the stream. He actually subscribed earlier today, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all show Coach some love, man. He said it sure looked like it started against your team in the Super Bowl. Oh man. Hey bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think that and I was actually talking about this. My stream actually messed up a little bit earlier, but everybody was wanting my Super Bowl prediction and everything. And I was saying, man, what I feel like is that we was actually talking about this in that previous video that I put up, Coach Ray. That people they slept on the Chiefs all year long, and I was one of them. I'll admit it now. You know, I thought that they were, you know, I didn't think that they were the guys that everybody claimed that they are. But, you know, sometimes good teams just play to the level of their competition, coach. But I think that if the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns, if they score their first 2 times, this game is over. Tom Brady's not that type of guy that's gonna, you know, he's not gonna come back 28-3 again. That's basically what I'm saying. And Coach Albert said that Atlanta made the deal at halftime. I don't know, Bo. I don't know. Maybe that Jimmy Garoppolo trade went through at halftime. You never know. Cash said, Big Low really wanted Atlanta to win that Super Bowl. Falcons deserved it more. Hey, bro, you know, it just be like that sometimes. It's like me and my wife, we always say, bro, that one of those things is that at least we broke a record doing something. Sometimes, you know, you don't break a record in a positive way. At least you broke a record doing something. And we broke the record with the biggest Super Bowl lead. So, you know, I mean, it just be like that sometimes, man. You know, we're just gonna be famous for that. You know, that's cool. I'm cool with that. You know, Cleveland Browns, they're famous for being a bad team. But, you know, their teams are still very passionate. Like, their fans are still very passionate. You know, the team still comes and plays ball. You know, we can be known for choking. I'm cool with that. We known for something. That's the thing. You know, we're known for something. Coach Water said, I think most people didn't believe in the Chiefs defense. They were proving everybody wrong. Hey, I definitely agree with you on that. They showed everybody against Buffalo a couple weeks ago that defense is legit now. Tyrann Mathieu, you know, he's still the honey badger. You don't call himself that no more. But hey, dude's still a baller, man. Ray Reyes, need you to let me know who is your team? Who is your favorite team? And let me know what you think your team is going to do in the offseason. Because, you know, that's one thing that we just kind of speculate. And I don't know if I told you this, Ray, but what we do is, and you see that Miss Rona, she's welcoming you to the coaching staff. She said that, you know, but I do want to let you know that everybody who subscribes, we call them coaches because, you know, I have a coaching background myself. So welcome to the coaching staff. And if you know anybody who loves to sit around and talk about football, because we just started this channel, what did you say, baby, about 4 months ago?
We started posting regularly 2 months ago.
Yeah. So, you know, we just started this channel. So if you know anybody who loves to sit around and talk about football with old country boy, make sure that you share it to them and get them to subscribe so we can get this coaching staff bigger, family. Definitely, man. Definitely. Albert Smith said, and that's what I'm worried about with this game, coach, because Buffalo, they didn't have that running game, you know. So it's one of those situations where, you know, the Chiefs, they can kind of do whatever they want to do with them. I know a lot of people say that, you know, whenever a team gets ahead, you know, the whole running game is thrown out the window. That's actually not the case. You look at whenever we blew another lead to the Dallas Cowboys earlier this season, you know, we got ahead on them. I forgot how much it was by, but guess what they started doing? They started running the ball. They started pounding the ball down our throats. Next thing you know, they changed the whole flow of the game. Sometimes it's not about just getting first downs and catching up. Sometimes it's just changing the flow of the game. And that's what they did in this situation, man. That's what they did in this situation. Coach Ray said he's a New York Giants fan. Born and raised in NY. Much love, fam. Much love. Welcome to the coaching staff, and definitely hope those Giants can kind of turn the page themselves, man. I do want to ask you this though: is Daniel Jones the guy? Is Danny Dimes? Is he the dude that's going to get y'all to the next level? Because you know that Manning endorsement. Sometimes I see what he does, and I'm like, man, this dude might be the truth. And then sometimes I see him, and I'm like, dang, Danny Dimes, what you doing, Bo? What in the world? So it's just one of those things, man. I don't know if Danny Dimes is going to be that guy or not, but y'all defense, bro, the defense is looking good up there for the New York Giants. I definitely think that they're gonna do some special things up there, bro. Definitely feel like that's the case, man. Now, that's the difference, though. The point that Coach Albert made when he was talking about the Buffalo Bills. He said that they don't have a running game. Now, the thing is that and I'm sorry, y'all, my wife, she just walks around and be all loud whenever I'm trying to record. But the thing is that Tampa Bay, and I said this before the stream kind of messed up on us a few minutes ago. Tampa Bay, their running game is, if Leonard Fournette, if he plays like he's a first round running back, if he plays like he got a LSU jersey on, whoo, boy, it's gonna be a tough day. It's gonna be a tough day for the Chiefs, because then you're affecting that flow. You're affecting, Patrick Mahomes. If he sits on that sideline for 8 minutes, 8 game time minutes, which is about 30, 20, 30 real life minutes. If he sits on that sideline for a while, then they had to go back out there and get everything going again. Those guys ain't running up and down the field. So I'm a big, firm believer in flow. I'm a firm believer in how the game is unfolding and, tendencies, body language. I'm a firm believer in all of that, man. So, yeah, if it's one of those cases where if the Buccaneers could get that running game going and what they call back in the day when they won that first Super Bowl, they could play buck ball. If they play buck ball, oh, it's a whole nother level, bro. Whole nother level. Zy Harris, what's going on, family? Much love to you. New to the podcast, hashtag rise up. You already know what time it is, fam. Thank you so much for chilling out with old country boy. And look, man, this is your first time. We definitely appreciate you chilling out with us, man. And if you could, do a country boy a favor and subscribe. Everybody subscribe. They're on that coaching staff. So yeah, man, definitely appreciate you for chilling out with me, man. So yeah. Now, Coach Wilder said, but nobody has been able to run on the Chiefs defense this year. The Jones, he has been a beast now. He has been a beast. But there's the first time for everything. And you got to take into consideration that, this isn't your average game. So think about it. So since they're playing against these Buccaneers, and I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but I've seen these Buccaneers run 3 different types of offenses this year. I've seen them come out screen heavy, and they're literally looking like the Patriots with better athletes, with better, with better receivers and everything, better running backs. I've seen them run screen games. I've seen them run, like a medium range kind of game where they're running crossing routes, slants, 5s, 6s. I've also seen them just stretch the ball down the field. Now, when the Bucs have stretched the ball down the field, they're not successful. Whenever they just start slinging the ball down the field, like they started off doing against the Green Bay Packers, they weren't successful, man. They weren't successful. And Coach Rona, she's welcoming you to the squad, Zy. Thank you so much for chilling out with us, fam. But yeah, so moving forward, it's just one of those situations, man, where if they can keep this thing, they just pound this rock. They can pound this rock and just keep it intermediate game, not throw the ball down the field. And I'm telling you, where they would kill them at is that screen game. That screen game is where they would kill them. Now, Coach Wilder says if Brady throws 3 picks tomorrow, I don't think they will survive and win. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. If Brady plays a game like he played against the Packers, they get blown out. Definitely. Now look, I don't know if y'all because I know we had a stream a while ago. Now, if you're enjoying this stream and if you liked anything about this stream or smiled once or getting anything positive out of it, please make sure you do a country boy a favor and hit that like button down there. I would definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Now, I'm sorry, man. Hold on, y'all. So, Coach Ian Miles, hold on. Per tradition, I got to take a sip for this one. Coach Ian Miles said, "What's up, fam? I'm eating rattlesnake deviled eggs and pickled chicken backs, sipping on chocolate horse milk. That's the highlight of my day." Oh man, Coach, I don't know what to say about that one, Coach. Oh man, looks like my screen messed up again on me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, make sure that you put just make sure you let me know if you can hear me in the comments. Okay, all right. Sounds like we're good to go. Yeah, so I apologize, y'all. My screen's messed up on me, but we're just gonna keep this show going. But yeah, man, yeah, Coach, where in the world are you getting all of these exotic foods from, Coach Ian Miles? Like, what in the world, bro? I don't know what in the world you got going on, man. Coach said he's eating rattlesnake, devil eggs, and pickled chickens back, sipping on chocolate horse milk. Where do you get chocolate horse milk from? Oh, man. Man. Now, Coach Ray said, "Hey, Big Low, apart from Tom Brady and JPP, who else on the Bucs have been to a Super Bowl and won?" Wow. So apart from Tom Brady and JPP, who else have been part of a Super Bowl and actually won? I'm just sitting here thinking. I can't remember anyone else who been to the Super Bowl and won that's on that current Bucs team. If anybody else could. Oh, I forgot about Gronk. Gronk's such an afterthought now. It's all about breaks. So Coach Ronnie, she did let me know that Gronk. I don't know why I forgot about Gronk, but yeah, Gronk, he went to the Super Bowl and won. Did anybody else think of anybody who went and won? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I forgot about Gronk, Coach. I don't know what I was thinking. And Coach Albert Smith said that he likes rattlesnake stew. Now, look, I'm from the country now, and I've done some hunting, and I done ate all kinds of stuff. But I ain't never messed with no rattlesnake stew, bro. I think y'all might have me on that one. I think y'all might have out country. Oh man. Because Ron said, "I would like to try rattlesnake stew, Albert. I don't know about the deviled egg." Coach Rona, she always try some weird stuff. That is true, Coach Ray. Coach Ray said Gronk is a part of Brady. Man. CG Bullet said, "When's the next stream? We can interact in the stream." Yeah, man, to be honest with you, we just kind of put them together kind of like at the last minute, bro. But, yeah, definitely. I definitely appreciate you checking us out, fam. Definitely. Coach Ron said Gronk equals Brady, huh, Ray? Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that, but Gronk's still a man in his own right. He's still a man in his own right. He's still at the end of the day, Gronk made the play to kind of turn everything around for the Buccaneers whenever they played the Packers. Like, Gronk made the play. I think it was like a screen pass on like a third down. He took it for like 20 yards. I said, that's all Brady needed. So, look, with Leonard Fournette, because I understand that Ronald Jones has been hurt, but Leonard Fournette has been playing like he's the starter in Tampa Bay. Like, he's running, catching the ball out of the backfield. I never thought I'd say that about Leonard Fournette. You know, because he normally has hands of stone. You know, you don't see big guys catch the ball like that. Well, you get a big guy that catch the ball like that and run downhill like that. That's a scary scene. That's what you hate to see as a defensive coordinator, as a defensive coach, because now you got a guy who's 230 plus catching the ball and he's running up the field with a head of steam, and everybody that's trying to tackle him are 210, 200. You got safeties and cornerbacks trying to tackle him. That's tough. That's whenever you just trying to hope that your linebackers can get there or hope that your defensive players got some kind of hustle. And like I said, it's one of those situations where if the running backs for Tampa Bay have a good game, Tampa Bay has a very, very good shot at winning this game. Very, very good shot at winning this game. Coach Waddle says, but none of that matters when you have a defense that can stop somebody in key moments. And you're right about that, Coach. You're right about that. It's all about those key moments on how you stop guys to determine if you get off the field and, you know, give your offense a chance to play some ball, man. I definitely agree with you on that, Bo. I definitely agree with you. And just like you said, the Chiefs' defense has been underrated. Like, I definitely agree with you. I've been in that, like, from what I've seen, I've been telling y'all ever since week 12 that the Chiefs are going to win, are going to lose in the playoffs. I predicted that either the Titans or either the Bills were going to beat the Chiefs, and I was wrong. But, you know, just like Coach Ray Reyes says, it takes a big man to admit when he's wrong, and I'm admitting it to you, Bo. I'm admitting it to you. Coach Ray said, my point is that I don't see Chiefs panicking if they're down at any point, and that's the truth. That's the truth. Like the Chiefs, sometimes whenever they're behind, it's almost like that's when they feel the most comfortable. The same way with the Falcons. When the Falcons are ahead on teams, they say, we got them right where we want them. Let's go win this game. Like, what? When the Chiefs get behind, they're like, okay, all right, now let's take it to another level. Like, what in the world, Bo? You know, so I definitely feel like, you know, moving forward, if the Chiefs get behind in this game, they're not going to panic because the Chiefs they can put up points in bunches. Everybody's saying, oh, well, you know, the Chiefs' 2 tackles are hurt. Man, you don't think Andy Reid got something in plan for that? And that's what I'm saying. It's like whenever you got questionable tackle play, first of all, if I have tackles that are hurt and I'm playing backup tackles, oh, we finna start off running the ball. Like, because that's the only way that you get your offensive line confidence. So look, we finna run some 27s, some 26s, 28s. We finna run it. We finna run some off tackle plays and get them tackles some confidence. Some stretch zone plays and get these tackles some confidence. Then, you know, we're gonna run some screens to make these defensive ends and these linebackers and everything think twice about coming down here. Then, like, after that, hey, Patrick Mahomes, we pay you $50 million for a reason. You're going to have to make somebody miss, bro. You're going to have to do something. Coach Water said, which team do you think have the better weapons on offense? You know what, Coach? I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to say that the Chiefs have better weapons on offense. I think that Chris Godwin, he's a great player. Mike Evans is a phenomenal player. Antonio Brown, he's still really good. He's not the AB that we've seen, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, but look, he's still a beast now. Gronk, you know, Gronk is he's not the same guy that he used to be, but he can still make great plays for you. But whenever you look at those Chiefs and all I just said, look, I mean, just 2 guys in themselves. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. trumps everything all day. Trumps everything. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. Then, we're not even talking about Nicole Hardman, Edwards Hilaire. Who's like if he was on another team, like he would be considered. I'm pretty sure he would get some run at Rookie of the Year. So I mean, I definitely feel like those Chiefs have a real legit squad. And look, I mean, you look at Tampa Bay, like their running backs are really good now. Like Ronald Jones, like I was pulling for Ronald Jones. I think that he's a really good running back, and he showed that this year. And then Leonard Fournette, he turned it on at the end of the season. But like those Chiefs, folks, those Chiefs. And who would have ever thought? Y'all think about this. Who would have ever thought that it would have been a situation where Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown would have been going to the Super Bowl this year, but it just wasn't with the Steelers? Who would have ever thought that, bro? Who would have ever thought that? I mean, it's crazy. You got a team who, you got a team, and whenever you had the Steelers and they had all those guys, they had the, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, Big Ben. He was still pretty much in his prime. I mean, that was the three. Like those guys should have went to a Super Bowl, and it's crazy that they didn't. They didn't never go. But whenever they ended up going, they ended up going as members of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. So yeah, man. You never know how life works out for you. You never know how life works out for you, man. Now, Coach Albert said, "What about KC running the ball?" I mean, it's good that Le'Veon Bell finally got a chance to go to a Super Bowl. I'm sure that he didn't want to go to a Super Bowl under these circumstances, with COVID and everything. You go to the Super Bowl, you want to have radio roll and, make it a part. I mean, because just imagine how much money Tampa Bay is losing whenever they originally planned to have this Super Bowl. Like, I know me and my family, we were supposed to go down there and party. We had got an Airbnb and everything, but we canceled those plans because of COVID. But, I don't think Le'Veon Bell is going to make that much of a difference. I would definitely love to see him get a touchdown in the Super Bowl. But I think Edwards Hilaire might be more of the impactful player in this particular situation. Definitely think that might be the case. Coach Ray said, "Don't sleep on Hardman." I know it, man. Like, look, the Chiefs got some weapons, man. Chiefs got some weapons. Coach Ray said, "Halo, you remember who the coach is for the defense? Coach Spag knows how to beat Brady." Yeah, you're right. If anybody knows how to beat Brady, especially in the Super Bowl, Spagnuolo does. You're definitely right about that. You bring pressure, most preferably A-gap pressure, which is what we did. We brought a lot of A-gap pressure on Brady. It made Grady Jarrett a lot of money. But I guess just like y'all said, just like Coach Albert said, whenever we made that deal with him at halftime, it just kind of went to a whole nother level. I said, "All right, y'all call off the dogs now. The money will be in your account on Monday." You proved your point. We were Super Bowl champions for a good 20, 30 minutes. It was nice while it lasted. But yeah, man, I definitely think that it's gonna be an interesting game. I think that coaching is gonna be the biggest deciding factor of this game, because and the reason why I say that is because one thing that we've learned is that Bruce Arians, like he's kind of learned how to actually take a step back. Because I don't know if y'all seen or heard the interview where he said, "Yeah, I just kind of took a step back and I just let Tom Brady do his thing. I'm just kind of just watching now." Like, okay, well, that's not really good for you, coach, because yeah, it's like that makes you look kind of expendable, coach. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things where if I had to choose between Andy Reid and Bruce Arians, like Bruce Arians, he's a really good coach, but Bruce Arians, he gets a little greedy sometimes. Routes get a little bit too vertical. And look, it took them about 4 or 5 weeks before they would actually change those route concepts and change their offense. That's whenever Tampa Bay started started looking better and started looking like Super Bowl contenders. So I guess the question is that whenever the lights get hot, will they be the type of team, like will Bruce Arians be able to coach up there with Andy Reid? That's the question. Coach Wilder said in Big Low, that's why we lost the Super Bowl, because of bad coaching and being out coached. You're definitely right about that, Coach. You're definitely right about that. If you're up 28-3, you don't lose. But it's like, you I don't know if you're trying to make a point or you're trying to blow somebody out or what. But if you're up 28-3, you don't lose. Yeah, it was bad coaching. It's like my brother-in-law said, look, after we lost that Super Bowl, we should have just fired Dan Quinn. I said, well, look now, I mean, I understand we lost and everything, but you just don't fire a guy that goes to the Super Bowl. Now I'm looking back at it 4 or 5 years later. I'm like, man, we should have just fired Dan Quinn after the Super Bowl. Because he said it. He said that, situations like that, you're coaching, you're just incompetent. You shouldn't be in a case like that and lose that game. But that's what I'm saying. It's like in games like this, whenever you got two teams that are so talented, because you have teams that come to the Super Bowl. Sometimes that team is legitimately talented. Sometimes it's a case where that team is just coached up very well, like the Patriots, have some good players. In this case right here, you got two good coaches and you got two very talented teams. So the X factor is going to be the coaches. Like, it's going to be like, what do these coaches do? What kind of calls they make to win you the game? I hate to say this, and y'all gonna be mad at me for saying this, but that's what won the New Orleans Saints the Super Bowl, guys. That's what won New Orleans the Super Bowl. Whenever Sean Payton called that onside kick, it changed the whole complexity of the game. It changed the whole complexity, and whenever he called it, and they got it, I was like, oh well, the Saints just won the Super Bowl. We're gonna have to deal with this. Stone Decatur, what's going on, Coach? Stone Decatur said, those fools fired the DC after the Super Bowl. Man, you're right. But those Falcons, they were a good team in 2016, man. They were a really good team. And, it's like moving forward, you talk about the Falcons, like everybody's talking about getting Sewell from Oregon. I'm sitting here like, well, look, guys, whenever we went to the Super Bowl before, we didn't have no big name offensive tackle. The biggest name offensive tackle we had was Jake Matthews. He was just starting to come into his own then. But, we didn't have no big name, like no crazy offensive line. We had Chris Chester and Andy Levitre as guards. But, Alex Mack, he was, coming to the end of his prime then. But, yeah, it wasn't a situation where we were just killing it, At the end of the day, if you have an offensive-minded coach, and look, this is where coach's pride comes in at, guys. If you have an offensive-minded coach, like he's going to tell you, look, we don't need a lot of talent on the offensive side of the ball, on the offensive line or in skill positions. We can just use all that talent on the defensive side of the ball, because with that coach's pride, coaches think that they could coach out of any situation. They feel like they could coach you out of a bank vault if they had a chance to, because their mind, their offensive mind is just that great. So for everybody who think that the Falcons are going to take, some big name or a great offensive player early in the draft, I'm just letting y'all know that might not happen because Arthur Smith, you know, everybody's tooting his horn. You know what I say, Bo? You got to show me the baby. Y'all can do all this. Oh, Arthur Smith did this and Arthur Smith did that. I ain't seen him do nothing. I ain't seen him coach no game where he wore an Atlanta Falcons shirt. So I ain't even worried about what he did in Tennessee. We don't know what all came into effect in Tennessee. He also had the luxury of Derrick Henry in Tennessee. So yeah, all of this, get Najee Harris and everything like that. Like, nah, Falcons are going to get a defensive player. If they get big name anything, they're getting a big name defensive player. Coach Waller said, big low. But what did Dallas do to get their running game going? They drafted in the trenches. Yeah, they drafted in the trenches, and they got that running game going. But you got to think about that, Coach. They had that running game going. The defense was terrible. The defense was terrible. Like, we learned that Jason Garrett, like, he wasn't the offensive mind that, you would think that he would be from all those years of being a quarterback in the National Football League. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely, it's cool getting a good offensive line and you can run the ball and everything. It don't make no difference if you can run the ball, but you can't stop nobody. So basically, you're going to run the ball, eat off 7 minutes clock, other team going to come in, score, then you're going to run the ball again, eat up 7 minutes of clock, might not get a touchdown. So if you don't get no touchdown, so basically you got to score every time. That's basically the case. But now it's like Dallas is they're kind of going back and redoing the way they're doing things. Like, now they're not just drafting offensive linemen anymore. They're trying to get some defense because they need it. Mike McCarthy, like, he's a great offensive mind. I know that Aaron Rodgers wasn't really caring for him too much because of what was going on. But yeah, I mean, Mike McCarthy, he's a great offensive mind. But he's one of those guys who he needs a defense. Like, just let the coach. If you got a great offensive mind on your coaching staff, let that coach. And then you go out and you get you a good defense that can stop somebody. I.e. Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan, you notice that he ain't really got no big name guys. Running backs or Mostert, who he's turned into a star. Tevin Coleman. You know what I'm saying? Guys like that. But, that defense showed up and played. They showed up and showed out. Now, if they can just get a competent quarterback, I feel sorry for the rest of the league because they're going back to the Super Bowl. Zai Harris said, Big Low, do you think Matt Ryan should restructure his contract to give us more cap space? Yeah, I definitely think he should restructure his contract. Now, if it was me, I wouldn't. But I think he should. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I would. It's like everybody's looking at the way Tom Brady restructured his contract over the years, but the thing that people don't forget is that Giselle makes 2-3 times more money than Tom Brady makes. So he has that luxury of restructuring his contract. Sarah just stay at home and watch the Ice Cubes all day.
Just stay at home.
What you mean?
You made it seem like she wasn't doing nothing.
No, I ain't saying that Sarah ain't doing nothing. Sarah, my home girl. It takes a lot to watch them big-headed babies. But all I'm saying is that, she's not making 2-3 times more money than Matt is, like Giselle is. But yeah, I would like for Matt to rework his contract. I definitely think that he will because that's what Terry Fontenot does. He restructures contracts. So he did the same thing in New Orleans. So I definitely think that he will do that. But if it was me, I wouldn't restructure my contract. Coach Watt said, Big Low, think about this. We didn't have a running game because of the offensive line wasn't opening up holes. Yeah, I definitely agree with you that, Coach Wallace. I also think we didn't have a running game because of our offensive coordinator as well. Like our play calling was pretty bad, you know. And I'm just looking at this from a coach's perspective. It's like if you call plays the right way, like you're gonna get holes to open up. It's almost like they didn't have a QA guy up there like watching to see just watching tendencies to see who was winning matchups and stuff. And it really felt like Dirk Cutter didn't like running the ball. We weren't running the different gaps, like we weren't, doing motion before the snap and things like that. So, yeah, I mean, look, if there's no creativity in your running game, it's hard for your offensive lineman to create gaps. And with that zone running scheme, is one of those cases where it should be the easiest to create gaps because everybody's running sideways. You see what I'm saying, Coach? Kaden, what's going on, family? We hope you're doing good, man. We hope you're doing good. Coach Wallace said, I don't think he's going to get his contract restructured because this is why he's counting 41 million against the cap. Now, do I think he's going to get an extension? Yeah, I don't know about an extension. I think it's one of those cases. Yeah, I understand, Kaden. I don't know what's going on, man. The last time I tried to um, do the stream, I actually had to stop it, and we tried it again, and the screen froze again, bro. So my bad, man. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll definitely try to get this fixed, though. Thanks for letting me know, fam. But yeah, man. Yeah. But I mean, it's just one of those cases, man. With the Falcons, I don't think the Falcons are going to take a big name offensive player. Everybody want Najee Harris, or Sewell, but I think that we're definitely going defense. If we stay at 4, we're taking Michael Parsons. You know, so y'all. I just want to let y'all know ahead of time. Kaden said, please don't let Brady win the Super Bowl. So, Kaden, you let me know, man, in your own opinion, taking your heart out of it, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? You let us know. But yeah, man. Yeah, I just warning all the Falcons fans ahead of time because you got a coach, offensive-minded coach. Offensive-minded coaches, they don't draft offensive players. They only draft offensive players like when they really, really need one. It's kind of like whenever San Francisco drafted Ayuk, they really, really needed one. But it's like if you look at this Falcons team, like, come on, man, what do we need on offense? Like if you really look at that offense, if I'm not mistaken, like at one point in time, whenever we were going to start the season, everybody thought Treadwell was going to be one of the starting wide receivers. It was like, oh, it's going to be one of the first times where we have every position is going to be first round draft picks. It's like we have the talent. I just don't see why we would need to get a defensive player. I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't see why we need to get an offensive player. So yeah, I definitely think that moving forward, we're going to go heavy on defense. Coach Wild said big low extension would lower Ryan's number, and if we restructure his contract again, his cap number will be higher next year. Now, the thing is, the question I have is, Coach, is that if we give him an extension, would it be one of those cases where would that cap number end up being higher later on, like 2 or 3 years down the road? That's my question. would that be the case? Because, I just want to know how that will work. Definitely. Now, Caden, he talking about this Super Bowl. He's saying, I truly think that the Chiefs are the better team and will win the Super Bowl, assuming the refs aren't one. Why is everybody blaming the refs? So y'all think that there's something to Tom Brady cheating? I mean, I ain't talking about the whole deflating the balls and watching practices and turning off headsets. We ain't talking about that.
Not that cheating.
Yeah, but why would y'all think that Tom Brady would cheat? Let's take that circumstantial evidence out of the equation. Like, why do y'all think Tom Brady would cheat? Just because he deflated some balls? Or they were watching practices? Or turning off headsets? Or y'all seen them high-fiving the referees? Like, what? Why would you think that would be the case? Y'all know Tom Brady ain't no cheater. Y'all know good and well Tom Brady ain't cheat. But yeah, I think that Caden, I'm actually going for the Chiefs to win. And what I said earlier, Caden, is that if the Chiefs, if they go out and they score in their first two possessions, this game might be over. It very well might be over. Coach Ronnie said, ignoring all the times he's cheated. Why would Tom Brady cheat? Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that I think in this particular case, and this doesn't even really matter if Tampa Bay scores or not. So let's say the Chiefs come out, they score like the first 14 points, or the first two times they get the ball, they score. If the Tampa Bay comes out and they score 10 points, their first two possessions, I still think it's over because that offense is rolling. And just like Coach Wallace said, Tyreek Hill had over 230 yards in the first half. Last time they played against each other. I mean, so that's tough, man. That's kind of tough That's tough. We all know that Georgia speed ain't no joke. Tyreek Hill, I forgot where he's from. I think he's from Eccles County, Georgia. And them boys fast, man. It's hard to keep up with all that. Yeah, man, that defense is the truth now. I don't know about that because that Buccaneers defense, like in the playoffs, they've been playing some ball. One thing that I can say about the Buccaneers, thank y'all so much for putting the Saints out the playoffs for us. Because I was stressed out about that thing, boy. I was hurting about that thing. I was like, man, boy, these Saints looking good, man. Drew Brees talk about retiring too. Like, nah. They all probably in the locker room. Let's win one for Drew. Like, oh man. So, hey man, that's why I ain't even gonna lie to you. If Tampa Bay win it, I ain't even gonna be that man. I'll be like, well, dang, at least y'all put the Saints out. At least y'all put the Saints out. I can't even be mad at y'all. But yeah, man, that defense, even the secondary, that secondary ain't that bad now. You got Carlton Murphy and all those guys back there. They're playing really well. Yeah, so I wouldn't really count that defense out, especially in the playoffs. Like I said, they balled out against the Saints. They played pretty good defense against the Packers. I feel like they shouldn't have won the game. And it's not even about that play where everybody talking about Aaron Rodgers should have ran it in. I'm sitting here talking about they should have went for it on fourth down. Aaron Rodgers should not have ran it. I think it was a smart football play by Aaron Rodgers. It's like, first of all, you're Aaron Rodgers, and then you're throwing the ball to a lot of people say the best wide receiver in the league right now. Aaron Rodgers seen the window there, and he took it. Now, it was smart because if he threw it and it was incomplete, the clock stops. Now, I don't know how fast Aaron Rodgers could run, but I got a good idea. I'm assuming that Jason Pierre-Paul runs faster than Aaron Rodgers does. So, while following that assumption, Jason Pierre-Paul was already in a full sprint and had a perfect angle on Aaron Rodgers before Aaron Rodgers actually started taking off running. Or, well, I'll put it to you like this: before Aaron Rodgers was close to that line of scrimmage. So Jason Pierre-Paul would have tackled him. It wasn't no doubt in my mind. Like, it looked open on television, but you got to think about the closing speed of these guys. Like, these guys are freak athletes. Jason Pierre-Paul would have hawked them down. And maybe Aaron Rodgers, maybe he would have made it. And maybe it would have been close. But like I said, you're Aaron Rodgers. You got maybe the second best arm talent in the league, throwing to the best wide receiver in the league. You go ahead and throw that pass. You're Aaron Rodgers. You don't run. You don't run when you have the best wide receiver in the league there and you see a window. You throw that thing. And I ain't even knocking him for doing that. I ain't even knocking him. Coach Caden said, because what more do you need if you're Brady that you won 7 rings and already considered the GOAT? I mean, yeah. Because Coach Caden was saying that if Brady wins, he thinks he might retire. Brady said he ain't retiring. He said he's going to play till he's 46, 47 years old. And I'm actually worried about that because, you don't need to be out there that old. I know he likes to run that little quarterback sneak and everything. It's like I was worried about him trying to do that this year because you just fall the wrong way and it's hard times. It's hard times, Bo. You fall the wrong way and it's hard times. So, yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah, I believe in lucky football too, Coach. I ain't even going to lie to you. That's what I was saying. It's like I believe that Tom Brady's gotten lucky many times like over the course of his career. And this isn't even like talking about the tuck rule. I mean, there are many games he got lucky in the Super Bowl against us. Like if Robert Alford would have just kicked his leg or moved his leg just an inch, it would have been a case where Julian Edelman would have caught that pass. Not considering like the multiple defensive holding and defensive pass interference calls. I'm pretty sure those calls pay for a lot of private educations. But anyway,
okay.
All
right.
But anyway, that probably got them a lifetime supply of Kraft cheese. But it'd be like that sometimes. Am I being salty right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crap, cheese.
Coach Cater said that Breeze is most likely gone and Brady will be gone soon. And then it's the Falcons' time. Man, ain't nobody worried about Brady being here for it to be the Falcons' time. I hope Brady here next year. Because I hope Brady's here next year. We got something for him. We got something for him with his name on it. I want him to be here. I want to beat him. Got a new regime, new coaching staff, new defensive coaching staff. We're going to be running this 3-4 defense. I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it. Coach Stone Decatur said Stat Ryan needs to quarterback sneak instead of throwing the ball 25 yards on the third and one. Hey, hey, Bo. Hey, I can't tell you nothing on that one, Bo. look, I definitely think that it's one of those cases where our coaching staff out overthink situations sometimes. I think sometimes they say, well, our old coaching staff, they'll say, hey, it's 3rd and 1. They're trying to stop us at the line of scrimmage. Throw it to the house. Like, wait, what? No, coach. It's 3rd and 1. Let's just get the first down. Bombs away. Like, no. No, coach. 21 ISO, coach. That's all you gotta do. But yeah, man, I definitely feel like sometimes our coaches, they kind of outthink situations. You know, at the end of the day, man, it's just ball. Run a quarterback sneak. Let's go ahead and get this thing going, man. Ain't no need in doing all that. Oh man, you know what, Zai? I have been hearing this name a lot. Gregory Russo. But you know what? I watched him in the bowl. No, not bowl game. 2 games before the bowl game. I was not impressed with him. Like I didn't see anything that really jumped off the screen to me. So I'm sitting here like, man, maybe we might need to consider something else. I definitely like Michael Parsons, though. I think Michael Parsons is a beast. He's going to be a great player in the NFL for years to come. Definitely. He can play multiple positions, too. But, yeah, a lot of people saying, well, Drew Brees is leaving, so we don't have to worry about the Saints anymore. All right, look, y'all forget that last year the Saints went 5-0 with Teddy Bridgewater as the starting quarterback. Has anybody ever? Everybody always saying that? Oh, Belichick made Belichick. Well, he actually made Drew Bledsoe, but everybody says Belichick made Tom Brady. Does anybody ever consider that Sean Payton may have helped make Drew Brees? Because Drew Brees was a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, when he was in San Diego. But he went to a whole nother level whenever he started eating that gumbo in New Orleans. I don't know what it is. That gumbo is good now. Big Go, I'm finna go get me some next month. Going to get some gumbo. But look, whenever he went to New Orleans and started playing with Sean Payton, his game went to a whole nother level. So everybody sitting here saying, oh, well, once Drew Brees leaves, once he retires, we got a better chance to win the NFC South. I'm going ahead and tell y'all something. Everybody sleeping on Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston literally had a chance to sit back and watch Drew Brees run that offense. The only issue Jameis Winston had was throwing interceptions. Now, you got a kid that we know is talented that had a chance to actually sit back and watch the best person that's ever ran this offense run this offense. Y'all better hope and pray that Jameis Winston doesn't stay with the New Orleans Saints. Y'all better hope and pray that he doesn't stay with the New Orleans Saints. Because if he does, if y'all thought Jameis was annoying with Tampa Bay, just imagine him being with New Orleans Saints and they're winning. Imagine how many W's he's going to be eating, how many figurative W's he's going to be eating if he goes to New Orleans and they're actually winning. Like, come on, man. The only problem he had was throwing interceptions. He led the league in passing yards last year, 30 touchdowns. Come on, y'all. It's like, don't nobody see this? Am I the only person that sees this on the horizon? I know that I can't be. Coach Albert said, yeah, Winston, he will start next year. Taysom Hill, he got a shot. I watched Taysom play. Of course, he's going to look good against the Falcons. Falcons defense up. Of course, he's going to look good against the Falcons. Anytime you playing against a new quarterback, and you don't got no film on him, and he's an unconventional quarterback, it's gonna be tough guarding that because they got plays drawn up specifically for him, and then you got to remember the guy that's drawing the plays up. You got to remember that. So listen, at the end of the day, I got to think about this. And I might be wrong for saying this. And look, if Coach Lowe getting naked, please let me know. Because, I don't want to embarrass y'all to get naked. I'm sorry, y'all. My wife is just super loud in here. So, y'all, I apologize if I'm getting naked, but Sean Payton is one of the top 3 X's and O's quarterback in the NFL. I mean, quarterback coaches in the NFL. When it comes to getting these quarterbacks right, like a Drew Brees, like a Taysom Hill, like a Teddy Bridgewater, Sean Payton is one of the top 3 coaches in the NFL when it comes to X's and O's. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Look, everybody thought Bill Belichick was a good X's and O's guy. I think we may have learned that Bill Belichick might not be the X's and O's guy that we thought he was. Bill Belichick is good at, running his system, and whatever they do in New England, and, we don't know what they do in New England. We know that they've deflated balls. We know that they watch teams practices, and we know that, some people get lifetime supply of Kraft cheese, but we don't know if they cheat. But what I'm saying is that as far as just coaches, Sean Payton is a top 3 coach, X's and O's in the NFL today. Easy. Coach Albert said everybody looks good against us, Coach. I mean, that's true. That's true. Marcus Mariota, he came in, he looked like second coming to Steve Young. Next year, he lost his job. He wasn't even there no more. So, yeah, you definitely right about that. Coach Wallace said, Big Low, we made every QB look like an MVP candidate when they played us. Yes. You're definitely right about that, Coach. I can't even disagree with you. Like, you're definitely right. And that's why, and I think somebody mentioned it earlier. I think Coach Albert mentioned it earlier. That's why Dean Pease is, everybody's so excited about Dean Pease. And that's why I'm, going through, because I'm going through withdrawals already, y'all. I ain't seen no Falcons game in a doggone a month by now. And the thing is, I'm gonna have to wait till July. No, not July, August to watch these preseason games. Hopefully COVID, is kind of turned around. So whenever COVID turns around, then, I could go to training camp. But we're gonna have to wait until August to watch some more Falcons football. But that's why everybody's so excited, because Dean Pease, he might be the guy that kind of turns his defense around. Because everybody would agree that the Falcons' problem isn't on the offensive side of the ball. Like I said earlier, it's all about momentum. And, if you have a team that's, their offense can play ball, but their defense doesn't do anything, it makes it tough for all sides of the ball, because everybody just loses their momentum. So yeah, man, I definitely feel like moving forward, this whole Dean Pease hire and just having a different look on defense is going to make a huge difference. Because, I mean, let's be honest, on defense, the Falcons, it's not like we're not talented. We just haven't been using the players the right way. For example, ask Tampa Bay about that. It's like Tampa Bay, it's not, their defense took a huge step this year. Why did they take that step? They changed a few things up. Coach Albert said, I think NFL wants one preseason. Oh, you mean one preseason game? I mean, that might be the case, but I'm just ready for some football, man. It's tough that I'm saying this, you know, and the Super Bowl ain't even over with yet, but I mean, it be like that sometimes. Stone Decatur says, if you're almost last in red zone offense, then you got a problem. I mean, yeah, you're right about that. But what I'm saying is that I don't think it's the athletes in this particular case. I think it's just the coaches. Dirk Cutter's coaching was just pedestrian when it came to moving the ball in short spaces. From 20 to 20, you're good, but the offense was just a little bit too predictable when it came to third and shorts, third and twos, third and threes, third and ones. It was tough. It was tough to get things going. When it came to in the red zone, third and goal from the 6-yard line, it was kind of tough to get things going because there wasn't enough creativity. Look at the Chiefs. Look at what the Chiefs did in that playoff game. And if the Chiefs need that first down, they went for it on 4th and 1. Ballsy call. Whenever they went for it on 4th and 1, what did they do? They threw a pass. Pre-snap motion. Patrick Mahomes already knew who was going to be open before they threw it. That's creative play calling, Bo. There's a reason why you're Sean McVay's, who doesn't have, well, at that time didn't have a good quarterback. He just had an average quarterback, took him to the Super Bowl. There's a reason why your Kyle Shanahan's go to the Super Bowl. You got to have that play caller. You don't even have to have the most talented offense. It's like I would say, look at just imagine what Kyle Shanahan would do, or just imagine what someone like Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay would do with these athletes that the Falcons have. But we've seen it already. We've already seen what would happen. And I think that's one of the reasons why everybody's so excited, because everybody's saying, well, doggone, Bo, just imagine if Arthur Smith could bring the same thing that Kyle Shanahan brought to Atlanta. Because in a sense, it's basically the same kind of system. A lot of 2 tight end sets, a lot of tight end pre-snap motions, tight ends pulling backsides. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm really hoping that it could get your boy Hayden Hurst involved, man. Definitely. Stone Decatur said 3 and 1, Matt Ryan in the shotgun going for 25 yards. Yeah, man, that's true. 3rd and 1. Take the shot, coach. Bombs away. But yeah, man, yeah. I mean, and that's why I say that, but in the meantime, you got your guys like your Andy Reeds, who could call plays in any type of situations. You got your guys like your Sean Paytons, because look, Big Low, I'm not going to be biased now. I'm going to give credit where it's due. Sean Payton, he's a heck of a play caller. So you got your guys like your Sean Paytons, Andy Reeds, who's in the Super Bowl, Sean McVay's. You got your guys like that who, they don't have to have the best offenses. Like we look at Michael Thomas. We know that Michael Thomas isn't one of the best wide receivers out there. He's just playing in one of the best offenses. They don't call that boy Slant Thomas for no reason. He ain't finna beat everybody in the foot race. Like, he's good at what he does, but he's just in an offense that's just successful. So that coaching made him successful. That coaching made that team successful. Coach Alvin said, can we go back in the no huddle with Matt? And the thing is that they actually experimented with that like closer to the end of the season, and it was very successful. But you got your coach's pride, Bo. You got your coach's pride that comes in, and it messes things up. Now it's like we're talking about that creative play calling. You know, we're talking about that creative play calling. Now I know we also got to consider too, like as far as on defense, it's looking like on defense. You know, those defensive coordinators, you just got to bring guys with experience, and open minds. Because we look at Salah, we look at Todd Bowles. Like Todd Bowles, he coaching that defense with Tampa Bay up like he's trying to get him another head coaching job. But at the end of the day, man, it's all about having them open minds, man. It's all about doing what you're supposed to do to prevent the other team from doing what they're supposed to do. It's like we were talking earlier about Mike McCarthy. It's like they got Dan Quinn. I don't know why in the world they got Dan Quinn as their defensive coordinator. Defense was terrible last year. You didn't think Dallas Cowboys would have said I could do bad all by myself? But it's like they get Dan Quinn. I guess maybe because he had head coaching experience. But if I was a Cowboys fan, I would be pissed off, to be completely honest with you. What is Dan Quinn going to do for the Cowboys? Bring back what he did in Seattle? Nah, you got to call Pete Carroll for that. Pete Carroll has a coaching job right now. So, yeah. It's all about concepts. Just like Coach Albert Smith said, it's all about concepts and ideas. All about concepts and ideas. Now, look, I need y'all to do a country boy a favor. This is your first time checking me out and everything. I definitely appreciate you chilling out with me. But look, if you learn anything from this stream, or if you smile or like any of this, make sure that you go down there and hit that like button. Do a country boy a favor and hit that like button. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. But you know what, man? One thing that this whole playoff run has taught me, to be completely honest with y'all, is how important quarterback play is. Quarterback play in general, because it looks like it's one of those cases where, like, if we look at all these teams that are in the playoffs and all the ones that made the deep playoff runs, like they were literally some of the better quarterbacks in the league. Your Aaron Rodgers, your Josh Allens, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. All of these guys, that's your three MVP candidates in the championship game right there. Ryan Tannehill, like, I feel like people sleep on Ryan Tannehill. These last couple seasons, he's balled out, man. I think that quarterback play, it definitely makes a huge difference. Stone Decatur, he asked, can we get Cam Newton as a backup and use him like Taysom Hill? What in the world, Bo? What in the world? Albert, he already said no to Cam. What you think, Coach Ron?
No.
You think no to Cam too?
You don't want to back up.
Coach Ron said Cam ain't gonna want to back nobody up. Yeah, are you right about that, Coach? Like, Cam, he ain't gonna back nobody up. He ain't gonna say, "Oh yeah, you can just bring me in whenever you want to run quarterback sneaks instead of throwing on 3rd and 1." Like, no, Cam, he gonna want to be the superstar. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all where Cam's going. Cam's going to the Washington football team. Like, nobody, like, it just makes common sense. Like, Cam's going back to play with Ron Rivera. They need a quarterback. Ron Rivera, he doesn't like the flashy offenses and everything. And Cam is not capable of running the flashy offenses and everything. So Yeah, yeah. Cam, he's going to go to the Washington football team. He's going to be the quarterback there. Yeah, so Stone Decatur, I don't think that we'll be getting Cam Newton as a quarterback. I honestly think that we may be getting a veteran backup quarterback. Um, you know, I know some people said Mitchell Trubisky. I think Mitchell Trubisky is going to want too much money. I think we might be getting someone like I don't know. Um, I don't know. Maybe someone like a Marcus Mariota, someone like that to play backup because you know whenever you run those whenever you get those new offenses that new program that's coming in, I definitely think that it's one of those cases where you want that backup quarterback that's experienced in the league because he's also talking to your quarterback as well. You want that backup quarterback to kind of let you know what you see out there and what's going on. You know, so definitely. Stone Decatur said Fitz Magic. Yeah, everybody's saying Fitz Magic. Y'all want to bring that man with all them kids to Atlanta? Fitz Magic. What's going on, Coach Ghost? Coach Ghost said, "What's good, Coach Lowe? We need pass rush. We badly need pass rush. Pease wants to be multiple up front. I think adding a guy like Watt solidifies that position, along with a Brontosaurus Burger neck defensive tackle in the middle." Sound like you watch some of the past shows. You heard me say that we need somebody with a hot dog on the back of their neck to eat up that middle. I mean, yeah, I would love to have JJ Watt coach, but you know what, man? I I don't think we're going to be able to afford him. JJ Watt on any defensive line would make that defensive line better because he can play in every gap, coach. He can play outside, he can play inside. You know, he's a good run stopper and he's a good pass rusher. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that, man. I definitely agree with you on that. Yeah, Coach Albert said he just costs too much, man. He costs too much. I wish this is the story of my life. I be wanting all kind of things, but it just costs too much. Sometimes I want to buy things. It just costs too much. And that's definitely the case with JJ Watt, man. That's definitely the case with JJ Watt. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody's heard um what's this I'm hearing about Carson Wentz. They saying that he might get traded in the next couple of days. You heard anything about that, Coach Ron?
I feel like I had. Is he supposed to be talking to the 49ers? Was that him?
What? Carson Wentz might be talking to the 49ers. Wow. Yeah. Man, I mean, that'd be a good fit because he's definitely more talented than Garoppolo. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Bears.
Bears.
Yeah. Everybody's saying it's probably Bears.
The Bears. Wow. Uh, Bears need some weapons though. Yeah, I don't know about
They
that.
said they're supposed to include him with another offensive player.
What? Wow. Are they trading draft picks or
They just said him. And the first rounder.
what? Wow. Coach Albert said maybe Indy. Whoever goes to Indy, whoever gets that job in Indianapolis,
Oh snap!
they gonna be.
Foles.
Huh?
They said the Bears have a deal for Wentz. Foles is speculated to be included with another offensive player and a first rounder.
Wait a minute, they talking about trading Foles back to Philly?
Bears. Some all these people that they own Bears.
Foles play for the Bears now.
Oh yeah, so they're talking about trading him back to Philly.
Wow. Man, that was lightning in a bottle. Coach Go said broke dreams. Yeah, that was lightning in a bottle. It's like it was cool what they did with Foles. I mean, and you never know. Like sometimes people work well with some people, you know. So maybe Nick Foles and Doug Peterson just had something special, you know, going on in Philadelphia. You never know. That might be the case. Look, end of the day, Carson Wentz, he felt he was all in his feelings about Nick Foles winning that Super Bowl. Yeah, I said whenever he was all in his feelings that people who get in their feelings in situations like that, they get in their feelings for a reason. He knew. He knew that he wasn't gonna be able to, he wouldn't let that team to the Super Bowl like Nick Foles did. He knew it. Coach Ronnie said, funniest tweet I read, trading for Carson Wentz when Deshaun Watson is available is a little like trading up to draft Mr. Trubisky when Deshaun Watson is available. That's rough right there. That's rough right there, boy. Coach Albert said that Foles will be a backup. Yeah. I could definitely see that, Coach. Yeah, they're gonna try to give your boy a run, old Jalen Hurts. You know, you gotta, you know, it's a possibility that he could do some special things, but I'm eager to see how he does after he gets this off season to kind of figure things out. In the meantime, definitely do. Coach Albert said Watson to Miami. I could definitely see that. So you thinking they'll trade Tua, maybe some draft picks for Watson, maybe a draft day trade? You thinking? Because that definitely might be the case. That definitely might be the case. All right, coaches. So I need y'all, before we get off, I'm going to give y'all my prediction. So my prediction is Chiefs win 31-21. Mahomes throws for 350 yards. Tom Brady fumbles, throws an interception. But Chiefs get the W. Chiefs get the W. That's my prediction, y'all. That's my prediction. Coach Ronnie, what's your prediction?
I don't care as long as Brady loses.
Okay, so Coach Ronnie says she don't care as long as Brady loses. She don't even care, y'all. So I'm going to chalk that up as her saying the Chiefs win. That's what I'm going to say.
100%.
Okay. She said 100. All right. So coaches, y'all can give me your prediction on what y'all think these Chiefs are going to do. If y'all think the Chiefs are going to win, or if y'all think, old man Brady, the story of that man named Brady, if y'all think that they're going to pull it out. Y'all give me your score predictions and who y'all think is going to win. Coach Stone Decatur, I said 28-34 Chiefs. I feel you on that, Coach. Feel you on that. And y'all remember to leave your heart out of it now. Leave your heart out of it. I don't think Coach Ronnie did that. I think her heart in it. Because after we lost the Super Bowl, they had Tom Brady on the cover. I had to do some talking just to bring the game home. Like she would not let me bring that game home. So yeah, she really hates Tom Brady. She really hates Tom Brady. Coach Albert said Tampa Bay 34, Kansas City 31. Coach left his heart out of it. That's what I'm talking about, Coach. Just tell the truth. We unbiased around here. Don't be like Coach Roney.
So to be unbiased, Tampa has to win?
No.
Okay.
But I know that your heart in it. If you say that your heart ain't in it, you lie.
I was the one telling everybody to put their heart.
Because Ronnie was telling everybody to put their hearts in it. You can't force people to put their hearts in it. Man. Well, look, man, I definitely appreciate everybody for chilling out with me tonight. Coach Ronnie put her prediction in there, 35-28 Chiefs. And that's what, in parentheses, it should have with my heart in it. That's what it should have. But, man, look, I definitely appreciate y'all chilling out with me tonight. Look, if this is your first time chilling out with us, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you can join the coaching staff. We definitely appreciate everybody for chilling out with us tonight. And look, football season is coming to an end tomorrow. But look, we still going to be here, Bo, all day. We're going to be here talking about football, talking about this offseason, this draft that's coming up. And I'm definitely excited, man. Definitely excited about this offseason and about the potential that this Falcons team has. So thank y'all so much for chilling out with old Country Boy. Rise up, A-Town down. Y'all be easy, family.